Hi guys, and welcome to the beautiful mountains of Wyoming. This is a mountain range that I have fished before, but only a couple of times, and I'm not familiar with this area. I've never fished in this part of these mountains before. There is a creek right behind me. There are fish in it. I walked along the creek a little bit, so I hiked about a mile here from where I parked, and for part of that I walked along the creek and I did see some fish. I spooked some fish. I don't know what kind they are, so it'll be fun to hopefully catch some and discover what species there are around here. I'm fishing with this rod today. This is the TAO Driftless. I have fished this rod once before. It was in Montana, I believe, and I fished it at its longer length. So it can be fished at two lengths. Those are, they're written on the rod here, 10 feet 4 inches and 8 feet 6 inches. And so I'm going to fish this in its shorter length with a 9-foot line. I don't know if that's the right rod length and line length combination for this creek. It's an interesting creek. Sometimes it goes through the trees, through the forest, and there's not a whole lot of casting room. Sometimes it's wide open, it's more like a meadow stream. It is kind of a cascading creek. There are pools and little miniature waterfalls and boulders. It looks pretty fun, looks pretty interesting. I'm excited to get the gear ready and get to fishing. Okie doke, I'm excited. The sun is going in and out of the clouds here, so we might have some interesting weather. It's been raining a lot the last couple of days, and I think it actually is supposed to rain today also. So we'll see. Hopefully we can get this quick little fishing session in before the rain hits. And man, look at this. This looks awesome. I have an Idaho killer Kebari on here as the fly. Oh man, look at that pool. That looks awesome. Let's go get a piece of that. There's a tree right behind me, so I'm just gonna kind of lob the fly, not really cast it. Nothing, that's too bad. It's a really nice looking spot. Okay, but luckily I think this creek has no shortage of nice looking spots. And I think I can actually cast here. I think I'm far enough from the trees. Huh. I'm sensing this isn't going to be one of those creeks where we catch 30 or 40 fish. We might have to settle for 4 or 5. Okay, this looks good over here. I actually am going to extend the rod to give myself a little bit more length. Nothing. Oh! There's a fish. I saw the tug in the line, and then I saw the fish in the water moving. So that was definitely a fish. That wasn't a rock or anything. There we go. I see orange. Might be a brook trout then. Yep, that's a brook trout. Got him. Yes. Okay. I'm happy. What a great day. Isn't fishing fun? Nice fish. About 8 inches long. See ya, buddy. Ice cold water in here. Absolutely frigid. Only took about 4.5 minutes to catch that fish. Not bad, not bad. Oh! Another big brook trout. And incredibly colorful, wow. And yeah, big for, you know, the size of this creek and the depth of this creek. This is a big fish. And it's been 7 minutes. I think I'll continue to do that. I'll tell you guys the times, how long it takes me to catch these fish in here. It's about a 9 or 10 inch fish. It won't stay still, but that's a big fish. Oh, no. Can you see him in there? I was taking a picture. I was trying to take a picture. And he's right there. And he slipped us out of my hands. Sorry, guys. I put the camera down on this rock and grabbed my phone to take a picture. I don't think I even got a good picture of it. So yeah, that was 7 minutes into fishing. Not 7 minutes since the last one, but 7 minutes from the start. So a few minutes after that first one. Okay, this looks really good. I'm gonna try to be a little bit more stealthy here. Gonna hide behind this bush. Oh, maybe not. There we go. Brook trout. We are at 19 minutes. Took a little while to get this third one. See ya, buddy. I have neoprene socks on and my wading boots, but then I just have my regular like hiking pants on. I should have worn waders. I don't know why I didn't, because again, it got down to below freezing last night, and this is just super cold water. My feet are kind of going numb. It's okay, I'd give up a foot for a couple extra brook trout. Got one. We are at 21 minutes. Yeah, that last fish was just out of this pool right here. See you, buddy. Let's see, left side looks a little bit more voluminous as far as water flow goes. So let's go to the left. Nice pool right here. Nothing. I don't know if this is two creeks. Let me go back over to the right side. Was that the spot right there where two creeks came together? Or is that where one creek that had split came back together? What does this right side look like? I think these are different creeks, which means our target fishing area, that creek, just got a lot smaller, because this is almost the same size as that other creek. We'll fish this pool and then we'll get back over to the left side. Nothing. Okay, well, this should be interesting. I don't know why the fish in there were so big. Why are the fish in this creek so large? Yeah, you can tell the water volume here is just much lower than below that confluence. Okay, this is what I was talking about that looked a little bit more like a meadow stream. It's just shallow and not... Oh, and I just spooked a fish. Oh, a fish in there just saw me, I think. They're very perceptive fish, very watchful fish in this creek. Easily spooked. For someone like me who is not really in the mood to be super stealthy right now, that's not ideal. Darn it, I just spooked a fish. I've talked about this before, about how sometimes when there are so many fish in a creek, it can actually kind of make it harder, because you'll spook a fish in a pool and then that fish will spook 10 fish in the next pool, and then they just go up and mess up the spots you're trying to fish. This creek isn't as bad as others because it is more segmented by these pools. Like if it were flatter, that's when it's really hard, because the fish can basically just go upstream as far as they like, and they just keep blowing up all the spots up ahead of you. I think there's a good looking spot over here, kind of on the other side of this boulder. Can't quite see into it. About at the very upper end. Fish on! Whoa! Got him. Let's see, 34 minutes. See you, buddy. Kind of a pale brook trout. Okay, good. That was the first fish above the confluence. So it's good to know that we still can catch fish. Oh! Yep, and in the next pool too. 35 minutes. See you, buddy. I think that in hindsight, I probably should have kept hiking downstream where there was more water and fished up from farther down, if that makes sense. It's been a little while since we've caught a fish. This is a nice looking pool though. Oh, yes! I thought I was on a rock. I thought I was on a rock. Why are the brook trout in here so chunky? Oh my gosh. Why are they like this? 47 minutes. Yeah, I think we have a storm coming in. It's getting more and more cloudy here. Oh! Didn't realize, once again, that I had a fish on. 49 minutes. The smaller, but still very pretty brook trout. And still fat, too. See ya, buddy. Why are they so fat in here? Not complaining, just an observation and a question. As these pools tend to get shallower, I find myself wishing I had a longer rod and line, just so I can stay farther back so the fish don't see me as easily. They can't clock me as easily. And I do have a longer rod with me, but I feel like that's not as sporting. Like it's a fun challenge to have just one rod. That's why even though I usually have multiple rods with me, that's not so that I can switch it up when I'm on the creek actively fishing. It's so that I can switch it up before I start fishing. When I'm closer to the creek like this, before I start fishing, I can say, okay, that looks more like this size of stream. So let me fish this correspondingly sized rod. And look at this pool. This looks amazing. Yeah, like an 11-foot rod in line here, or even a 12-foot rod in line. That would be very nice. Fish on. I couldn't see anything. Oh, came off. Darn it. Exactly 1 hour. That certainly must have spooked all the fish in here, but I'm gonna see if there are any at the head. Yes! That hadn't been spooked yet. Nope. Come on. Come on. Okay. That was not good netting on my part, but we got there in the end. Okay. 1 hour, 1 minute. See you, buddy. I see a couple of fish, but they see me too. Okay guys, my feet are actually pretty darn cold, and so I'm hiking back to the car. I am going to fish some of the best looking spots, like this one right here. It's a nice looking deep little pool, but otherwise we're gonna wrap this up. I haven't caught any fish in a little bit. I feel like we should be able to catch one more. I'm about a quarter of a mile from the car, so I still have a good amount of space to catch a fish, but it definitely has been getting harder as we've been going upstream here. And the creek's getting pretty darn small. I caught that last fish at what, like 1 hour and 1 minute? It's now 1 hour and 39. I haven't caught any fish in well over half an hour now. That was a fish. Yes! Oh no! Gosh, my heart, my poor heart can't handle this. More little taps. But oh! Finally. Finally. Wait, is that... I don't think that's a brook trout. It's a little cutthroat. No way. I'm trying to think if I've ever caught a cutthroat in this mountain range, and I don't think I have. It's an hour and 49 minutes, by the way. It took forever to catch this last fish. Look at this. It's a little cutthroat. See ya, buddy. I can't believe that took so long to catch that fish. I caught 8 or 9 fish in that first hour and 1 minute. In the subsequent almost hour, I haven't caught anything. It just turned off. The creek got much smaller. The pools, like the good looking pools, just kind of disappeared, and there have been fewer fish. So, man, that one took a long time. That fish number 10 or 9 or whatever it is. We're not quite back at the car. So I think I am going to continue to fish the occasional good-looking pool that I come across. But otherwise, I think that's probably going to be the last fish of the day. I cannot believe it took so long to catch that fish. Oh! Get back in there. It's another cutthroat. Another baby cutthroat. It is slightly bigger than the last baby cutthroat. See ya, buddy. That was at about an hour and 55 minutes. Well, we're back at the car. The Land Cruiser is right there. Let me just... I just like fishing, you know, and so I want to keep going. My feet are a little bit warmer, but you know, we are getting shorter on time. Fish on! Man, I don't mean to keep yanking these tiny guys out of the water. Okay, let's see. It is once again a tiny cutthroat. We are going to end on this guy, end on this fish. See ya, buddy. Okay, yeah, we're done. That was fish number 12, I believe. We're at 2 hours and 1 minute. And how interesting. The creek just kind of went through a transformation. It was a creek with dual personalities or split personalities. At first, the fish were big. The brook trout were surprisingly large and surprisingly thick, surprisingly chunky. And then the creek narrowed. You know, that other branch of whatever creek that was came in, and above that, the creek was much smaller, and it was basically nothing. Like it was pretty dead for a while in there. And then in this last little stretch, it's raining. It's just as well that we're finishing up now. In this last little stretch, the creek started to get more green, more mossy, more full of life, it seemed, and the little pools came back. And I caught, what, 3 of those tiny little cutthroat trout? I have no idea what kind of cutthroat are here. I'll put that on the screen here if I can find that information. But I hope you guys enjoyed this adventure, full of ups and downs and bad weather, it looks like. I had a great time. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your favorite part was. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next one.